our dustless dry washer. This new 190 dry washer we have is the only one of its kind.
You're really putting yourself out on a limb, man. You're telling me I can run wet material and I can walk away from the box.
Yeah.
There's not a dry washer on the market that I'm comfortable doing that with.
It's almost like Prospecting for Dummies book, right?
Exactly.
All right, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just perfect for all of us. Holy crap. Hi, my name is Kevin Hoagland, and I have been prospecting and mining for over 40 years. I have gone to some of the most incredible places around the world, and I've prospected and mined with some of the most incredible people.
Searching for gold dust in the valley of bloodlust, under the sun misunderstood. And when that train comes rolling in, I'm taking everything I can.
We're at the GPA Gold Show in Pomona, California. To me, the gold shows have always been a great place to go, find equipment, look at brand new equipment. It's a chance to also work with a lot of the chapters and talk to new members. Kevin, good to see you again, man. And congratulations on being the new president of the Route 66. Oh. Today I wanted to hook up with Kevin and some of the gang from Route 66, or the Brea chapter of the GPAA.
My name is Kevin Tatum. I am the president of the Brea chapter of the GPAA. They're known as Route 66 Gold Miners.
You know, one of the things I've always liked about Route 66 is that as a chapter, you guys do a lot of rotation within your officers. It's almost every year, isn't it?
Yeah, it almost is. You know, we always have good people ready to step up and take the torch from the next one.
Yeah.
And it's how we've been able to keep growing.
The Brea chapter is one of the largest, most active chapters in all of California.
What we do is we take new people that are just new to mining, prospecting, and we take them out, we show them the ropes. You know, we introduce them to a lot of people that we have that have years and years of experience, and they're able to come out to our claims, learn, and get the confidence almost to go out and try it on their own and, you know, really go from there. It's a great stepping off point. I started 3 years ago coming to this very show, meeting Max, who was the president. 3 years later, here I am, I'm president.
I've known Kevin for a few years, met him out on an outing that they were having one time. We became pretty good friends at that time, and every chance that I've ever gotten to go prospecting with him, I'll always take it.
What I like about our club and any GPA chapter is we have so many new people coming in with 2 days experience, 0 experience, but we also have that guy with 20, 30 years experience.
Want to find a place to go prospecting while I'm still here in the area before I have to take off somewhere else. Talking about getting out, talking about doing things.
Absolutely.
I'm here for a few days.
Excellent.
I want to go out.
Excellent. Like I said, we do an outing every month, and we have one coming up. We're going to Lytle Creek. We'd love to have you out there.
Lytle? I love Lytle.
I love Lytle too. We got a couple of spots out there and find some gold. Huh?
Maybe I'll take you to one of my old spots too.
They won't take you to one of mine.
Kevin and I were talking about different spots to go, and he brought up one of my old favorites whenever I'm in this area, which is Lytle Creek.
You know, it's historically a great area for gold. The GPA does have a claim out there.
I've been looking at a piece of equipment. I'm going to go take a closer look at it.
All right.
And you know what? Just call me after the show.
Okay.
We'll hook up. We'll figure out exactly what time to meet out there.
Perfect.
Now, we don't know if Lytle Creek's going to have any water on it, but the GPA has 2 separate claim areas on there. And one of them we have water, we'll do a little water prospecting. The other one, if it doesn't, we'll do something dry. All right, man.
Looking forward to it.
I appreciate
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank everybody from this chapter. Appreciate everything you guys do.
A day out on the creek prospecting beats the day at work any day, you know.
I'm really excited about having the chance to go out with the Route 66 chapter to Lytle Creek. I'm looking forward to being out there for the next few days. Gold shows are great because you never know who's going to be there as far as manufacturers are concerned and what new products are coming out. I'm going to hook up with my old buddy Pat Keene from Keene Engineering and see what he's got new for this year. Wow, great show. It is absolutely busy as can be.
You know what? It's the first moment we've had to breathe the whole
I
day.
know. I've come by 4 or 5 times. It hasn't worked out. Pat, I'm interested in this. Keene has come up with a machine that they call the 191 triple threat. It's supposed to be able to work dry and wet both and have excellent recovery.
We've got 6 patents on this machine. We got some real technology that nobody else has.
I've never used it. I've only read about it, seen a couple of videos. I'm pretty excited about having a chance to go out and use it myself and really see what it will do. I've never had a real chance to look at it. Walk me through it. Tell me what's going on here and why I want to take this thing out and use it.
What's neat is I can regulate the vibration and the airflow independent of each other. Also, this machine creates a static electrical charge. And as you know, static electricity is like a magnet to gold.
The Keene family has been building first-rate mining equipment since the 1960s. Jerry Keene started the business. Now his sons, Pat and Mark, run it. They are the innovators. When I see new stuff that comes out, it generally has the Keene badge on it. You got one of these I can borrow?
I do.
Is it at the shop?
Yes, you have to come by and I'll let you borrow it.
Can I come by on sometime in the next few days?
No problem.
You know what? Not only would I like to borrow one that you've got, I'd also like to see one of these things being made. I like this.
Well, come by the shop and we'll hook you up.
All right, man. Good to see you again, brother.
All right.
All right,
Good to
man.
see you.
Be well. I'll talk to you
All right.
later. I'm gonna go find something to eat.
Okay.
This episode of Gold Trails is brought to you by the Gold Prospectors Association of America, the world's largest gold prospecting organization. To find out more about becoming a GPA member, log on to www.goldprospectors.org. What's up, Pat?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man.
How you doing, Kevin?
Good to see you again.
You too.
Hey, I appreciate the open invitation to come in anytime I want. I'm here because I want to talk about this thing.
Good deal.
So,
Hi, my name is Pat Keene. I'm part of Keene Engineering, and we're a family-owned and operated business that builds gold mining equipment.
we're going to an area, I think I shared that with you a while back, that we're going to an area that I don't know what the material is going to be like. It may be a little damp, it might be wet, it might be just absolutely bone dry. I'm hearing that I can do anything and everything with this thing.
One thing about the 190, it has a hot air system. So if material's wet or damp, it really doesn't matter, the machine's capable of processing it.
It looks like a dry washer up here. After that, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it. I can get the concept of it, but I'm not quite sure that I really understand what we're doing here.
Well, this is the first of the virtually dust-proof, our dustless dry washer. You know, as you're shoveling into it and you're in a cloud of dust and you're breathing all of the dust, that's one of the things of dry washing that people don't like.
Right.
This new 190 dry washer we have is the only one of its kind. It's the only machine out there that's dustless, that has a shaking classifier on top of it, and handle both wet and dry material.
Mark, how you been?
Good. How about yourself?
Fantastic.
Good to
man.
see you again.
It is good to see you again.
Hi, my name is Mark Keene. I'm the Vice President of Keene Engineering.
I'm really excited about this thing, but I really want to know how it works. I want to know a lot about this thing, because to me, it's just, you know, I've heard the dustless dry washer, I've heard this, I've heard that, and all of that seems cool. What I've seen run was fantastic, but I want to see the nuts and bolts of this thing.
Well, I'm excited to show you.
Show me the factory, man. Show
All
me
right,
how.
sounds good.
Show me what it takes to make
You bet.
this thing.
Okay, the majority of the machine is all built on the water jet machine, which is really amazing. It's such a super cool piece of equipment.
So we take this.
Well, we put it in a layered system. So first of all, on top of here, you have a piece of a polyester carpet. So we put the polyester carpet, which generates the static.
Mm-hmm.
Then we put the polycarbonate on top of it, and the two are at a very microscopic level, are vibrating all the time,
Right.
especially with the vibrator of the machine. and then we run a layer of, it's a Buna rubber. It's really like a toolbox liner.
Right.
But what's nice, you know, being a Buna rubber, it's like taking a rubber, like a balloon, rubbing on your head and sticking it to the wall.
We did a lot of little tricks to increase the static electricity in the machine, so we could create a much stronger affinity for gold to the riffle board.
But I'll show you what we're doing here. Chris, he's going to run the machine for us.
Okay.
And this is, we cut the polycarbonate with the water jet machine.
This machine gives you almost no dust because the dust shoots straight down, and since it's positively charged, it discharges on the ground and it sticks like glue. So you have a pile of tailings and a pile of dust over here.
Ooh, all nice and cleaned up and ready to go.
Just the lines are so clean.
It's just
And
amazing.
again, how would I do it any other way?
Yeah.
Hey Chris, what's the accuracy on this machine?
We're good to about 5/1000ths of an inch.
That's real precise.
Really? Real. It's mining equipment, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is a great part of the process, man, and I thank you for letting me see this thing run. I've never seen a water jet with that type of PSI run at all, so it's just amazing. That's one step in the process.
Oh, yeah.
Show me the rest of it.
You bet. But this is a real important feature of it too. This is a blast gate, okay? If you're dry washing and you're out there running your machine, okay, you can throttle the engine up or down, right? All right, but that gives you some control. If you're in like a very moist area or a very heavy gravel, you leave your blast gate closed. All right, now if you go in an area where it's a very light sand, you open up your blast gate. But you can actually watch the riffle board and you can see the gravel dancing like this. And as soon as you close the blast gate, you see it dancing like this. You can totally control the amount of lift and the amount of you can actually regulate the amount of air pressure that's in the box with the blast gate. No one else has ever done that. It really handles the wet material better than any of the dry washers in the industry. And the fine gold recovery we're getting, no one could ever achieve it because no one ever had that high static charge.
So you're telling me I can actually feed this box because of the way the dead airspace is in there.
And walk away from it and not lose anything.
You're really putting yourself out on a limb, man. You're telling me I can run wet material and I can walk away from the box.
Yeah. You couldn't do it on our old 151 wouldn't do it. The original 190s wouldn't do it.
There's not a dry washer on the market that I'm comfortable doing that with.
Well, it's a combination of things. It's not just one issue. It's the new riffle board, the blast gate, the isolation of the vibration, the stronger vibrator, the new technology involved. Totally different from what you're used to.
I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna load that thing up. Show me how to get out of here. I'm kind of lost.
Okay, let's take a walk this way.
I know a lot of the gang that's out here with us today, but two people in particular. One is Max, the past president.
I'm Max Maxlum. I'm from Route 66 Gold Miners out of Brea, California.
And another one is Kevin, the current president of the Route 66 or Brea chapter.
We're out in Lytle Creek, just in San Bernardino County. A hot spot here for local prospectors.
This is
your regulator right
Yep, this is your flow right here. This is your air gate. And then we regulate our flow by just turning this bolt. And you can see the teeth in here are going to move some. So we can regulate the flow. A couple of days ago, I met up with the Route 66 group, the Brea chapter. And every time I'm in the area, I always love to go out prospecting with them because this chapter, these guys are prospectors. It's more of a prospecting organization than it would ever be a social club.
It's almost like Prospecting for Dummies book, right?
Exactly.
All right, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just perfect for all of us. The Keen 190, there's been a lot of hype. There's been a lot of things said about it. This will be my first chance to really put my hands on it. And then after talking to Mark Keen and Pat Keen yesterday and even Jerry, yeah, I'm pretty excited to be out here with this machine today.
You know, Kevin, I always tell people the most valuable thing out here, not the gold, it's the time.
The time.
And this is what helps you refine your target areas. Time is really valuable.
Using a detector while chasing black sand layers, especially in these flood gold areas, is something I've always recommended. It's actually led me to a lot of very, very good gold deposits. Listen to what happened. Kind of a narrow band. It gets pretty stable over here. But now, that's really unstable. Whipped out the metal detector, set the sensitivity to where it was. The machine probably couldn't have found gold if it had to, but what we weren't listening for gold. We were listening for the ground and letting the ground tell us where we were headed.
Kind of look for high concentrations of black sand and stuff, because that's where all the heavies are going to be. A lot of times the river as it's flowing, it'll have a slow spot, and hopefully the heavy stuff kind of concentrates in those areas, kind of drop out and stuff. And the gold would too.
By just chasing the black sand, not really listening to anything other than the ground. You can track the ground, you can see where the material widened out, where the water slowed down, where the gold started to drop, even if you're 25, 50 feet away from the water. You're not out there listening for rippers, you're not listening for those big signals, you're listening for that.
Changing your thresholds.
You know, without using all the tools that you have, you're kind of really, it's a guessing game. So you want to do, you know, use what you have to get you at least in the right spot to, you know, be successful.
There it is. See, now it became a bigger signal.
There you go.
Your signal,
All yours.
your target.
Every time I go out to the outings, teach them, educate them, their eyes light up when they find their first piece of gold. Then they're hooked for life. That fever.
Absolutely.
It's that fever.
That is unbelievable. Look at this dance right here. The ability to be able to use the Keen 190 series not only as a dustless dry washer, and the way that they've created a vibration system within the hopper itself, so it's pre-vibrating and breaking the material down. Matt, hey, come look at this. Look at the boil. Wow, that's like being in water.
Look at that. That's why it traps, it loosens everything up to the bottom. And you can't overload it, right? Not really. Huh?
Apparently not. Well, if it runs like that, I don't see how you could overload it.
Nope.
Give it a shot. Let's throw a couple, just dump a couple in there.
And you're right. Where's the dust in this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of our club equipment is Keen, but this is the first time we've used this particular piece of equipment. And the thing I like about it the most so far is there's no dust, you know, and you know that's a big deal with a lot of dry washers, you know.
All right, I'll let you guys move it over there. I'm gonna go pan this down real quick. Holy crap. The first test was fantastic. We got a nice amount of gold and only through a couple of buckets. Look at the fines. A lot of copper on that piece. Look at it, take your loop and look at it, and you'll see that there's an incredible amount of copper on it. All right, so let's go from the hole that you were digging and follow that track back towards that mineral band, towards that boulder. After this test, I know we're in the gold. Now it's time for us to go into production and start mining. When we were setting this up, I asked Kevin if he thought he could get a few people to come out on a Tuesday, on a weekday. And I'm a little shocked when we finally hooked up with him. It's not a couple of people, there's a lot of people out here today. We're gonna be able to move a lot of material. Any time that I've gone out with the 66 chapter, it's just always a group of people that want to go prospecting.
When it floods through here and it's flooding good enough to move the gold, I mean, we're underwater, you know, and it's moving boulders the size of Volkswagens, you know, like nothing. Who knows where this river ran 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 1,000 years ago, you know, so I mean, there's gonna be gold anywhere along this thing. So yeah, the machine worked really excellent. You know, it really ate through the material. You know, as soon as we put it in there, it went right through it.
I was pretty impressed because it was finding all the micro stuff. I like the way it was boiling all that material. Gives air pockets, and I think anything heavy just drops to the bottom, gets stuck in the riffles.
Yeah. See how we did.
That's it?
That's it. That's all the concentrate out of that.
Wow.
I could not believe how well and how efficient that machine worked. I truly walked in with a lower expectation.
It's always the most exciting part of the whole day.
I know, isn't it? Oh, crap. Wow.
Tell Keen keep producing them.
Yeah. The gold that we recovered out of that machine was absolutely phenomenal. There are tiny, just pinpoints of gold that I would never expect to be able to get out with any dry washer. This is stuff that dry washers aren't really supposed to get. I mean, look at those tiny points. Yep. And then I think there's still probably a couple of pieces still left in the bottle. I mean, we only ran 8 to 10, maybe 12 buckets at the most. The amount of gold that we got, if we're staying in the same layer, working the same material, and we start doing our multiplication, knowing what we're working, we're in one fantastic spot that's going to produce a lot of gold before it's all said and done. Guys, this is why I come out here, and this is why I love hooking up with chapters, and I appreciate the invite, all of you guys, I appreciate it.